Hello guys, how you doing? I know we learning a lot of things. This is Hard Park. We're in our day of learning and our day of transgression. It's almost seemed like the last and evil days. We're in the space of something different. We're being reshaped, especially as a black people in this economy. As a black people, I just got through driving through the light on Roswell Road, and I seen, and I didn't pull out my phone because there was a lot of tense, aggressive activity with a police officer and a young black man, my brother, my little brother. Nobody got shot or hurt, but there's several ways to look at the situation. Now, when I pulled up to the light, the guy was being pulled over behind me by two Sandy Spring police officers in Atlanta, Georgia. And this is not something that's probably even newsworthy, but I want to come to you to talk about it. Um, he looked like when they put him over, the white officer went to the driver's side of the car within seconds. He got out the car. He had an aggressive walk to the driver's side of the car. Then there was a black officer. She was a female. She went to the left side of the car. The car's right next to me, and we're sandwiched in at the light, so nobody can move. There was a whole line of people at the light when this was going on, when all of this exchanging with the officer and the citizen was happening, the black man. So the officer, he went to the front really quick. So he started reaching, asking the black man what's going on. He was using his hands, almost touching his body, reaching in the window, leaning his head in the window. It was aggressive. Now, this person could have been a criminal. This car could have been stolen. I'm not sure what came up in the database. But I do know that the arrest and the actions of what was going on, we as citizens was trapped around it, and there was guns involved and guns drawn. So when the black guy tried to pull off, the police officer draw a 9 millimeter in his face and told him, get out the car, get out the car. Because it looked like he was trying to pull out, but he wasn't, because there was a car in front of him. So he couldn't have pulled out, but the car was moving a little bit. I think he was nervous, and I think he hadn't put the car in drive yet, but that's no excuse. Black guys, if the police stop you, you cannot be running from the police. That's Unfortunately, you don't even have to be running. You could be doing everything right, and the police will harm you when you black. But in certain instances, you cannot be running from the law enforcement. You can't do it. You can't be running from law enforcement and expecting to make false, crazy moves in front of the police department, in front of the police officer. You cannot do that. You cannot do that because they will shoot you. And this boy had to be no older than 24, 25. And so it's hard for us, not only because we're being attacked, but because our people are off code. And there's a lot of us. And we understand in the New Voices of Black Media, B1, that a lot of our people are going to be off code. They're not going to listen. And some of them are not going to make it. And you're going to be by the wayside because you won't listen. And that's also for older people. Some of you older people. You might not realize it, but some of you older people are in cult-like sport. You're in a cult-like sport. Whereas though you know everything, can't nobody younger than you tell you nothing. They have to go through the third degree, or you only believe in the way the church operates. There's nothing outside of it. In politics is here, white people built the church and started the church, and they do politics, and so it's like that with you. You're in a cult like mindset and ideology where you feel that everything's going to be taken care of as long as you have faith in God. And faith in God is beautiful, but the Bible also tells you faith without work is dead, and work without faith is dead. So that just tells you right there. And that's why we ain't got what we're supposed to have today, because a lot of people have faith but no work. A lot of people had work, maybe no faith, but it's dead. Without the other is dead. That is the truth, biblical terms. So anyway, guys, we are in a war of white supremacy. That police officer looked like he was looking for a situation where he can shoot and kill a black person. Now, I'm not saying that this is what he was doing, but 9 times out of 10, he has that ideology. He came to the car so fast. Now, when you a police officer and you at the red light with 10 to 20 different cars in it, and you see a suspect, and if you know that suspect is dangerous, why would you then stop him in the turning lane with a car behind him and a car in front of him? The boy wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't running from the police because he stopped. He stopped. But he may have been trying to run. I can't say, but I saw the aggression from that officer. And I know the officer want to catch criminals. And I know black boys are committing crimes. And I know that because you are adjacent to crime by being improvised. And you're adjacent to crime by being a specimen in a narrative before the media of what you will do. They got you dressed in crime all over the media. And it's been going on for years. Criminals, dope dealers, the war on drugs, including me, I look the same because I'm a black man. So they had y'all dressed in crime, and you all out here adjacent to crime because that's what you mirror, that's what you mimic, and this is poverty. This is what's happening to us. And black men, if I could say one or two, y'all please stop being a fool and pay attention. This is not a game. You looking good, being a player, listening to rap music, having fun, getting in the sunshine, jumping in these pools in Atlanta where the high life at. Okay, I like doing all that stuff too. I like having fun too. But I like empowerment more. I like being empowered if I'm going to do all that. I don't want to be out here goofy, rubbing on my chin, thinking I'm all that because I got an attitude. And because the black man look like he's a wolf or a lion, but then that's to give the police credit to shoot you or harm you, and all of our kids and our little young ones running up and down the street getting popped in the back with bullets at the end game. And then it's over. It's over now. Like Kurt Franklin said, it's over now. But see, my thing is, I realize we are a lethal weapon because we are natural. We're the first people. We got that blood in us from the motherland that everybody comes from the motherland, but we're the first people. We are strong. We're strong, but that's not our fault that we're strong. We're beautiful. We're not strong like lion, like a real lion that walks around. We're only human. We're men, but we're strong in terms of our voice. How we raise and high and low our voice, how we give messages, how we move our bodies. We have a more masculinity than white men have. We do, literally. We just do. The average gay man that's black act like the white straight man. I do my homework. I know what I'm saying. But I just come to give a little uplift, a little shine on a subject today in the matter, because I want people to understand, especially my young men, stop running from the police and causing harm to yourself and your family, and stop thinking about committing, because you commit crimes. If you're in record for committing crimes and they run you, or you in a stolen car, they got license to kill you for just that alone. Even if you ain't did nothing, even if you driving in the street like me, your insurance may lap and they stop you. You move the wrong way, pop out. That's what they've been doing. That's what we see in the media. So don't raise it up. Don't raise the chances up, because we need everybody. And we are in war with white supremacy. We need all of our people. This is not easy, but we're going to get through this. And guys, grow up. Guys, stop committing crimes if you can. And I know you will, and I know you can. Some of you guys' parents was on drugs, doing the crack baby epidemic. I mean, it ain't your fault, but again, it's your choice. You have the power of choice. Yes, it's unfortunate. Yes, it's very difficult being black. It is very difficult for you to be in that situation with no choice of your own. And for the government and the society and its government not to offer you uh, packages of recovery packages, of help packages, reforming packages, reparation packages, whereas though you're treated with decency like a citizen, you need help. Things have gotten to get better. They don't look at you like that. When you commit a crime or you doing drugs or something like that, they basically looking at you like you trash. You need to be taken off the street or killed. We don't have no use for you. That's what America say when black people live under the law. That's what America say when black people are not up to standard. You deserve to die or you deserve to be thrown away. That is the common law for black people because there's no other law in mandate. Now, if there was another law in mandate, that wouldn't be the common law. I couldn't say that. Well, I could say it's the common law, but I couldn't say that. And if there was another law, there are other laws, excuse me, in mandate, but they're not being overseen. They're not being applied. They're not being applied. They start to be because of the black media. And we do need reparations. When you give people money, they don't fight. They don't be in chaos. They be in a sophisticated anchor, and they choose better because they're inside something that they can actually juggle. With money, you can have options. You know, you can chill and breathe, and you don't have to go killing folk. You know, but to get nothing. But now there will be crime because black people have got associated to crime. Not saying crime will be over because of reparations, but they can mitigate a lot of it. And there's a lot of black people who will not associalize with the crime if they had reparations. There's a lot of black people who will say, you cannot come in my house because of your attribute. And I have security or I have this. We can actually do more as a community and we can actually get people in reform that need to be there and not just sit like a sitting duck because we are poor in the community and don't have resources and anchor choices, cushion choices like other groups that get money from our government and black people tax dollars. So what they're trying to do, if you look at it, it looks like they're trying to let us kill each other or they help kill us off and we go to prison, mass incarceration, and then they can go on with their life. And the Africans can come here and pretend that they so happy and love white people while the American Negro is extinct because he's a threat to the white man. First of all, a lot of us are mulatto. We got some kind of blood in us because the women that were slaves, they had to go under a white man. And then a lot of us got that in our blood. Even my great 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 granddaddy was Irish, and his wife, his lady was his mistress. They said she wasn't necessarily his slave, but hey, you don't never know. I'm just saying. So we are a threat. So they don't want us here, from what it looks like. They rather have an African here who will coincide and who will agree with white supremacy and say that this is not bothering me. You guys, you built a great place. You know, they got freedom. You were slaves one time too, right? And you were slaves one time, but you got over it. You got over it, and they happen to be your slaves. You apologize. Slavery's now over. They have 13th, 14th Amendment. You know, Africans talk like that. We come here, we go to college. They have colleges. They do not go to them. They stand on the street. They sell drugs. They're rude. They don't like to work. They don't like to work. They're lazy. We work hard. We get to where we go. They're jealous of us. They want to fight. They want to say bad things to us. We come here to appreciate the great country of the United States. Right? That's what they say. But they don't even know who the hell we are. And they saying all these things. They don't know we can't afford the tuition because white people have not respect the law and the Constitution that belongs to us. And we done got put on food stamps and drugs dropped in the community. A lot of black people. So we know our people are suffering, and some of y'all won't be able to help in terms of what we're doing. But we will continue to march. And I will say to you to stand if you can and if you will, and come along to the woke community because we are leading the narrative and what should happen in terms of our empowerment.